Thanks for joining us and welcome to June's episode of Max UFO News. Before we start, I must sadly report that veteran UFO researcher Stanton Friedman suffered a mild heart attack on Friday, the 27th of June. Mr. Friedman's fellow researcher and friend, Kathleen Marden, issued the following statement on his behalf. Stanton Friedman suffered a mild heart attack on Friday night. I spoke with him this morning and am very pleased to report that he is feeling strong and chipper. His heart enzymes have declined, so he has turned the corner. He is awaiting a dye test and an echocardiogram. This will probably occur today or Wednesday, as the 1st of July is a national holiday in Canada. He does not presently have access to public phone or computer, but will reply to email messages when he returns home in a few days. Please do not call his home. Well wishers can send cards to Stan at P.O. Box 958, Holton, ME04730. He appreciates everyone's thoughts and prayers, unquote. We here at Max UFO News would like to send Mr. Friedman our warmest wishes for a full and speedy recovery. Now it's over to Alice for our first item of the month. Alice.
Discovery Science is gearing up for their annual Are We Alone Alien Theme Week, which kicks off on July 21st. It will be followed by the premiere of Season 5 of Through the Wormhole, narrated by Hollywood heavyweight Morgan Freeman. Are We Alone features world-renowned scientists, prominent journalists, and alien investigators examining fascinating accounts of unusual encounters and possible UFO sightings from around the world. Viewers can indulge their curiosity nightly from July 28 to August 1 with Are We Alone specials and series, including the exclusive premiere of Uncovering Aliens on July 30, the network premieres of Alien Mummies on July 29, and Aliens: The Definitive Guide on August 1, and more.
The International UFO Congress is returning to Fountain Hills, Arizona on February 18, 2015. It is the largest annual UFO conference in the world. The 5-day event will feature over 20 speakers, a film festival, skywatching, vendors and experiencer sessions. The IUFOC is currently running a super early bird registration promotion for those who register before the 1st of September 2014. The full attendance package consists of 5 days of lectures and films, entrance and dinner at the two conference parties and awards ceremony, and optional participation in other events. There will be a variety of speakers including renowned researchers, doctors, authors, television personalities, and alleged abductees. The event is hosted at the Wecopa Resort and Amp Conference Center.
the National UFO Reporting Center says our state has the highest number of sightings than any other state in the country. There's no concrete evidence why, only that this month is red hot when it comes to spotting unidentified objects in the sky. Cabo Force Guard Swanson explains.
It was a bright light, and all of a sudden it just, shoo, it just disappeared. I don't know what it was.
June is a hot month.
Philip Lipson knows all about UFOs.
They're usually quiet.
He even wrote a book about them.
Yeah, people have told me about them.
Today he runs a website called the Northwest Museum of Legends and Lore. They take UFO sightings seriously, like the one over Maury Island where UFOs were spotted. Then 3 days later, flying discs over Mount Rainier, both in June 1947, just 3 days apart.
Some people actually celebrate that as like national or worldwide UFO day.
Reports from Bremerton, Clarkson.
Some UFO groups say Washington is one of the leading states for sightings.
Battleground, East Wenatchee, Vantage, Puyallup, and Auburn. That's just in the last 10 days or so.
Peter Davenport, director of the National UFO Reporting Center, tracks UFO sightings in the United States. And this month right here has been red hot.
We've taken 31 reports from the state of Washington since the 1st of June.
And last Saturday, Davenport documented a major sighting on Whidbey Island, where a woman reported seeing fireballs in the sky. He believes it's a pattern.
For the last 2 years, our center has been deluged, inundated, smothered with reports of red clusters of red, orange, and yellow fireballs.
Most experts say you can see a UFO anytime, anywhere. But you know what? There are ways you can to improve your chances.
And you need to be kind of in a relaxed state of mind, like not expecting anything in particular.
But not everybody believes in flying objects from outer space, especially the higher number of sightings in June.
I don't think the fact that it gets higher in the summer when there are more people out having fun drinking, you shouldn't be discounted as a factor.
Guard Swanson, Como 4 News.
The National UFO Sighting Center says it has reported 5,000 sightings in Washington over the last 20 years. The most recent, 2 days ago in Centralia.
And like Victoria just mentioned, today is Friday the 13th, and we're asking, do aliens really exist? Well, you won't have to wait to find out. This morning we have Leti Gonzalez and Imelda Rodriguez to tell us a lot more about this extraterrestrial event. So good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you, ladies, for being with us. Tell us a little bit more about this UFO conference.
Well, basically what it is we came up with this in a way to bring in people to our area, and we decided, well, what a better way, because there's a lot of interest out there, but a lot of people, you know, were very intimidated. They didn't want to talk about it. They'll tell their friends, this and that, but we thought we'd get a group of people together, bring renowned speakers to talk about what they've experienced or their families have experienced, and this is what we've put together, and this is our 3rd annual. So
wow, so it's obviously been successful for you folks to do it 3 years now.
It is.
So tell us about what sort of activity happens in the valley. I didn't realize that there was UFO sightings down here. Is this something that sparked the interest of people in the valley that you know of?
Yes, Noe Torres. His mother experienced something here in Edinburg, and was fascinated with that. So throughout his life, he's had written several books, and this kind of like sparked an idea in us to bring something like this to Edinburgh or to the valley.
Yeah, and we're seeing some images here from your last convention that you had. So walk us through, what can someone expect if they go to something like this?
Well, we kick it off today, Friday the 13th. If you want to join us from 7 to 10 p.m., we're having a little festival at Jardín del Arte, and we're asking everybody to come in their appropriate UFO or extraterrestrial attire.
Okay, if not, they cannot get in.
They cannot get in.
Oh, okay.
And it's absolutely free, and there's going to be plenty, and we're going to have a laser light show, we're going to have a lot of vendors, we're going to have people selling all kinds of items, so we encourage you to come to that.
A costume contest.
Okay, of course, absolutely.
Yes.
What about the ticket prices? How much are those going for?
Well, that's for Saturday, June the 14th. We're having the actual UFO conference with our speakers. Our main speaker is Dr. Kevin Randall, and he actually wrote a book about the Roswell incident in New Mexico. So, and we're actually going to see the movie on Roswell, and that's basically based on, apparently there was a UFO landing in 1947, so he actually was kind of the investigator and actually wrote a book about that. So we have different speakers, and that's only $20 for tomorrow, but that's all day from 9 o'clock in the morning to 10 p.m. And we have also a lady by the name of Melanie Young, who actually has like a human child skull on, they've done some tests and things like that on it, and they say yes, it's human, but there's a couple of little things that are not actually human. So they found it in Chihuahua, Mexico, so she'll be there too. We also have Kathleen Martin, who actually, her aunt and uncle.
Betty and Barney Hill. Yes, they were abducted by UFOs, and so she wrote a book on that and their experience.
Gosh. So we're going to talk a lot more about that experience, a lot more going on, extracurricular, all that stuff. I'm sorry, I can't even speak anymore. But stick around. We're going to talk a lot more about this. In the meantime, let's send it over to Victoria.
Beautiful, just beautiful. Moving on, Jon Ronson has recently described his experience of UFO hunting in Nevada with Robbie Williams in Snoop Dogg's plane. The journalist and documentary maker ended up UFO watching with the singer in the middle of the Nevada desert. Ronson discussed the events on Alan Davis' new show, As Yet Untitled, which airs on Dave. Williams has previously confessed that it was an obsession with UFOs that made him, quote, weird and fat, after the demands of his music career took their toll. I got a bit burnt out and I was looking for something else. I thought that something else was making documentaries about UFOs, he explained. But that wasn't going to work out for me. He revealed in 2008 that he had been visited by an alien life form. He said that he was visited by a strange black light after putting the finishing touches to a song, titled Arizona.
Moran, the writer, saying, stay by your phone, Robbie Williams is going to phone. And I thought, that's much too stressful, so I turned off the phone. And I went for dinner. And then I came back, just, I don't know what, that's, you know, yeah.
I know
so,
what you mean.
You know what I mean.
It's frightening.
Yeah, it's frightening.
I once got a call saying that Bono was going to call me, and I did the same. Well, I can't deal with that.
Well,
So did you get an answer phone
message?
message?
Yeah, I got an answer phone message, a very delightful answer phone message, basically saying he was in Blackpool and he wanted to spend a night in a haunted house and he liked my book Them. And
it's a great book.
Thank you very much. And would I set one up for him? So I said, OK. So I went on the internet and I found all these ladies of the manor and I emailed them all and was going like, dear lady, blah, blah. I read that if the portrait in your drawing room is moved, a ghost apparently manifests itself. I've been contacted by the pop star Robbie Williams, and I thought I wouldn't hear back from anyone, but 100% of the people I emailed back that straight away.
You mentioned Robbie.
They were like throwing their ghosts at Robbie like they were their debutante daughters. And, anyway, then Robbie said he'd changed his mind and he didn't want to spend the night in a haunted house. He said he was going to go UFO. He was going to meet some alien abductees in Nevada.
He's so fickle, isn't he?
He is. But,
is it ghosts or aliens? What do you want?
Well, he said he wanted to meet some abductees, and he said he was going to hire a plane for the day, a private plane for the day. And did I want to come? And I said,
Mary Carey.
Yeah, it's like a normal day, really, isn't it?
So I said, and he got a bit of buyer's remorse, actually. He said a couple of times during the day that he wished he hadn't spent all that money on the plane. And so we turned up, and this is my favourite part of the whole day, right? We turned up and got a car to the foot of this plane. And we got out of the car, and there was a woman standing there. And she said, Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams' friends, welcome, this is your plane for the day. She said, what I want to tell you is Snoop Dogg uses this plane. She said, what I'm saying is you can do anything.
I don't know, I just feel it's going to be soiled.
I know, well, we all kind of looked at each other as if, like, you know, we're in our 40s now. And Robbie's friend Brandon said, can we stand up as the plane lands?
Apart from June's webcast and documentary additions to the Max UFO News blog, which are to follow, that's all for this month's episode. As always, if you have enjoyed the show, please click on the like button below, or if you're watching on Facebook or Google+, then please share Max UFO News with your friends. Until next month from both Alice and I, goodbye, and thanks for watching.
Trust is going to be the true currency of the 21st century. Not the dollar, not gold, not silver, not the yuan, not chocolate. It's going to be trust. That is the real currency in the world. And without it, not enough money can fix your problems.
The government begins an urgent investigation. They rule out desert dust, blood cells, and algae. Now, the researchers think they're close to one of the greatest discoveries in the history of science.
This is potentially an extraterrestrial organism.
Whatever's in the blood rain is alive. Yet, unlike all known life on Earth, it's replicating without DNA.
And I know a lot of us out there have amazing stories, and we need to share them. You really need to share them at this time, because now is the time. By you sharing your stories, it really stimulates and causes ripples beyond what we can see. And it changes the discussion over time. And ultimately will lead to one thing. It will lead to everyone being on one accord, on one same page.